to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That will tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery,
Hello. Sorry about that. I didn't have one of my things plugged in. There you go. Okay, so I don't know how to figure out the spider thingy do.
that was a little creepy.
Okay. Guess we didn't look around the house well enough yet. Oh, I looked at that already. Yeah, that's the dentist thing. I don't know anything about that yet. Nothing there. Nothing there. Yeah, pretty much it was Henry swooning. Yeah, look at the name of my load. There, don't save. See, this is the name of my load because I had to replay the part where I found him crying outside of the crypt. So yeah, and I was like all sad again. I feel like there's something I missed. Oh, here we go. Yep. That's fine. Limes and coconuts? Nice. Okay, so a bunch of card catalog things.
There's probably clues in the names. Probably clues in the names.
Yeah, cat's eye, 10. Cavities and their prevention is $9.96. Chernetids in their care is $5.43. Dan on the moving finger Eye candy.
You say my name, Tackle Person.
Yeah, many minute Tuckle Parson. Finding Fish by Bill Kessler. Grinding Fake Eyes. Turn a Blind Eye. A Librarian's Tale. I still like limes and coconuts. I don't know what that's for though. It's just like the cards, the actual books themselves are not there. So I'm not sure what that is about. Oh, do I need to talk to Henry again? No, I don't.
I'll let you get back to
Get
work.
over it.
I can't get over it. I refuse to get over Henry. Oh, you got 2 more tickets. Is there anything here? I feel like there should be something here. Nope. And then we got this clock. Am I supposed to know what this clock is? What time is this clock at?
Was there a book about time and an eye? Like time will tell my eye.
There is nothing. I clicked. The only book I can click on right now is the one about the skull.
No, the numbers on the catalogs can mean something.
There was a lot of things on the catalog about eyes. Okay, it's so dark in here. So apparently I can't do anything in here. It's annoying. Ugh. I mean, I can go to switch back to Bess because I know what I'm doing there, but oh, was there? Well, that was the crypt key. I guess I can't get back in her room. Well, fine. Ugh. There's nothing in there. Alright, I apparently missing something. Well, I can call people. I haven't called people yet. Let's see, who can I call? Oh, I haven't called Professor Hotchkiss. Let's do that.
Yes, hello.
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. Is this Professor Hotchkiss?
I am she, Nancy Drew. Your name has a ring to it. Do I know you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we met a little while back in Wisconsin.
Oh, yes. You were the delightful young lady doling out the samples in the tasting room of that cheese factory. Yum, yum.
No, I met you at Wickford Castle.
That's ridiculous. There was no cheese tasting room at Wickford Castle.
No, we were both guests there. I found a journal written by Marie Antoinette, which you translated. Remember?
Thanks to you, suddenly all I can think about is how wonderful a nice big slab of Colby cheese would taste right now. Listen, Mandy, I'm on a deadline, so if you could please just tell me why you called.
But my name isn't...
Deadline! Let's cut to the chase, shall we? Chop, chop.
Did a man from New Orleans named Bruno Bollet ever call you?
Ah, now there's a name you can remember. Bollet. Nice and French. I'm a scholar of French history, you know.
Yes, I know. So did Bruno Bollet call you?
Indeed he did. Oui, oui.
How long ago was that? Do you remember?
2, perhaps 3 years ago, he had just read my book, The Crystal Skulls. Fact or fable, one of my best efforts. Sold like hotcakes, smothered in a rich, tangy lemon sauce.
Did he say anything about owning one of the skulls himself?
I would have hung up on him straight away if he had. I tell you, Brandy, if I had $1 for every crackpot who's called claiming to own one of those skulls, I'd be able to dine at the Russian tea room every evening for the rest of my life. All right, that's a bit of hyperbole, but you get the to know if I had learned any more about it since my book was published, which I hadn't, or if I had any theory as to what happened to it, which I didn't.
And that was the extent of your conversation?
Well, now, let me think. My, such insatiable curiosity, Nellie. You remind me of someone I encountered on one of my journeys. But for the life of me, I cannot remember her name or the circumstances.
Nancy Drew? Wickford Castle?
Ah! The eyes have it.
I'm sorry?
That's what Bruno Bolet said when I turned the tables and asked him if he had any idea where the Whisperer was. He said, the eyes have it. Then he chuckled and hung up.
If someone found a skull made of crystal, how could they be sure it's one of the crystal skulls?
Wonderful question, Francie. How indeed? Because there are sure to be thousands of fakes out there. Perhaps tens of thousands. But remember, the real skulls were made long before the tools commonly used for carving today were invented. Which means, let's put on our thinking caps.
Modern-day tools would have left marks if the skull was a fake?
Exactly so. Mind you, the marks on a good fake would be microscopic and thus imperceptible to the human eye. However, any thorough laboratory analysis would quickly unmask a counterfeit.
So the only way to prove that a skull is the real deal is by proving it's not a fake?
And by examining its provenance, its history of ownership. If it can be shown that a particular specimen has been passed along from antiquity into modern times and didn't just suddenly appear in, say, Germany in the mid-19th century, that would tend to support its authenticity as well.
How much would a crystal skull like the Whisperer be worth?
In this crazy day and age, where the shorn hair and used tissues of celebrities get sold for thousands of dollars, there's absolutely no telling, Candy. $500,000 easily. Maybe even $1 million. Maybe 2. Maybe 10. The sky's the limit. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
In your book, you said that all the people who've ever owned the Whisperer were murdered. Yet Bruno Bolet dropped dead of a heart attack.
Are you saying the Whisperer was in his possession after all? The scallywag! Why didn't he tell me that? Oh, that's right. I would have hung up on him. Well, if that's the case, then I strongly suggest you take a close look at his so-called heart attack, Sandy. Because if he owned the skull and he died, I guarantee you it was at the hands of someone else. Or my name's not Beatrice Gertrude Winifred Hotchkiss.
The idea that the Whisperer can make its owner immortal, do you believe that?
I believe that things that defy any so-called rational explanations happen all the time, Nessie. Now, does that mean there are mysterious external forces at work in the universe of which we do not and cannot ever have full knowledge? Or does it all boil down to us? If the human heart desperately wants something to be true, does the human mind have the power to make it true? Who knows? Oh, questions, questions, questions. Oh, how dreary life would be without them.
I'd better go. Thank you.
Good luck to you, dear.
Doctor Strange confirmed. Alright, so that didn't do anything.
For later.
Why do I not know what to play for the spider? Whoa! Yeah, that's right, this is back here. Is there any clue about the spider on the actual staircase? Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay. I was like, oh, there's no clue here.
And I told you to look.
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Just shut up, you idiot. Alright.
Sure, it's by length, so.
Yeah, it is. I'm just drawing. Okay, so this was 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5. And then got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. I should have brought my phone, but no. Should I have to scratch like a old school person?
Hello.
Oh, you had your phone?
I'm not paying attention to me at all.
Well, you're over in the next county.
Well, that's because you haven't let me like play any of this game so far. Like any of it.
Okay.
No,
Alright, fine. I just like, no, I let you play the one time and then you like start clicking in here.
well, that's because I can't play it when I've got this much space on at my own desk.
Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sweet.
Hello again.
Did Dr. Bolet ever say anything to you about a crystal skull? He may have referred to it as the Whisperer.
No, he never so much as mentioned a crystal skull, whispering or otherwise.
I understand that Dr. Bolet had some interesting pets, like an iguana.
That man never met a creature he didn't like. He'd train them to do all kinds of silly tricks, then let them run free, inside the house as well as out.
Do you know how he went about training them?
I surely do not. Don't get me wrong. I liked Dr. Bolet, I truly did. But I swear, sometimes his activities made as much sense to me as bathing in a bayou full of gators.
Bathing in a
Were
bayou
you
full
in
of
the house when
gators.
Dr. Bolet passed away?
I was indeed. I was in the library cleaning when all of a sudden I heard a big thump. I hurried out to investigate, and sure enough, there was Dr. Bolet lying by the front door. And as I rushed over to him, the door opened and in walked Gilbert Buford. He took one look at Dr. Bolet and hollered at me to call 911. So I ran back into the library and did just that. When I came back out, Gilbert was leaning over Dr. Bolet, listening for breathing, I suppose. And then he started pushing up and down on his chest. But it was too late. Even I could tell that Dr. Bolet was gone.
What was he doing by the front door?
I assume he saw Gilbert coming and was going to open the door for him. Not that there was any need. As you yourself discovered, people around here seldom lock their front doors during the day. But you know, in the back of my mind, I have always wondered about Gilbert Buford showing up at the door at that exact moment.
I'll leave you to your potting.
Fare thee well.
Alright, so we got the key. And the attic, this goes to the attic. Nope, it's the other one. Where I think the book about the teeth is. And then that Broly,
Glass up there, too.
that Broly ball game is in there.
Oh, put that back.
It's juicy. Rolly balls. Oh, okay, so we can put the eyes we have in there.
Well, apparently not.
Can't? Okay. Just kidding. Oh, I guess take that
This
one
must
out.
be where I'm supposed to put all the glass eyes I've found. Let's see how we're doing.
Oh boy.
Yay? There's one.
No, it's a gumbo.
Oh. It looked like an eye.
Do we have to put a special coin in?
Maybe.
You don't have a special coin.
No, we don't. Not yet.
What are we supposed to turn it to?
Eyes.
Oh.
Well, you can turn it to the chickens or an Easter egg.
Can I see?
I don't think you can. You can try, but I don't think it'll. I think if you reload, it'll just start over.
Oh. Oh, damn. Ah. Well, I won't go in the back. I don't know how
You're
to do
doing it too hard. It's bouncing.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it less hard. I won't go in the back. I don't know how to get in the back. Jeez. Just keeps bouncing. What if I do something really weird? Oh, great.
You got the middle one.
Good, so that gets the middle one. It's super. Damn it. Trying not to turn it and it like won't stop. Okay.
You got the right idea.
do it backwards. It's not gonna cooperate. Alright, I'm stuck.
No, you wanted to play it. Here.
No. Wait.
Yeah, do it there, then go back a little more than that.
Yeah, like this. No!
Crap, crap, crap.
Fine, then I'm gonna do the opposite way again. But harder. Great. Now it's not even making any sense. I'm doing the exact same thing. And it's just being a pain in the ass.
Alright, that was too hard.
No, that's too hard.
I know.
Now you're off angle.
Well, let's see. Ah!
As I said, it doesn't make any sense. You do the exact same thing and it changes. And it laughs at you and says, RNG! RNG's gonna fuck with you. Good. Alright, you just gotta remember that exact same spot.
Yeah, okay, sure. No. You sure you don't want to go for the chickens? No.
It's gonna be just as hard to do the chickens.
I know. I was being sarcastic.
Fa, D, now, do, her.
Oh, okay, why'd you put that just randomly?
I'm just random. Oh, it's Iggy's stuff. Here we go. Time will. Here we go.
Oh, okay. Tells me where to put it.
Yeah. Time will tell. At exactly midday, the teacher said to his class, "What time will it be when 3 hours have passed?" Let's pretend that it's that time and move ahead 2 hours more.
Bye.
And take a picture of this, please. Thank you. And from there, let's say that it's 9 hours before. If 6 hours before then, we'd make note of the time. What time would it be if we moved ahead 9? Students wrote down 6 numbers in all and went back to their daydreams of things big and small.
Kind of hard to read.
At high noon, the sheriff stepped into the street and addressed Badman Bart. 5 hours ago, I told you to leave town. You swore you'd be gone in 3. A reason you're still here? I left right when I said I would, Bart exclaimed, but just as I was riding out, my horse threw a shoe. I took him straight to the blacksmith, but he was real busy. Said it would be 5 hours until he finished with my horse. Better tell him to get a move on. The sheriff drawled, because 2 hours from now, if you're still here, you're going to be real sorry, understand? Bart understood. He went back to the blacksmith, and an hour later was on his way out of town. Okay. So, you're taking a picture of this page, too?
No, I can.
Please do. It was midnight on a
Really,
dark...
it's very hard to read.
I know. On a dark and stormy night, only 4 hours before, I had seen my dear friend Hollis, who informed me he was leaving for the court of the Star Chamber in a mere 2 hours, and feared he would never return. I realized that 6 hours after he was to enter the chamber, I was to surrender myself to Clout Blackburn. I had no way of knowing whether, after the usual 5 hours of interrogation, I would be able to keep my rendezvous with Lucretia 2 hours later. Would the Count let me leave, or would he just imprison me forever? I was terrified. A Librarian's Tale. A great keeper of books, it's true am I. Many a reader through me can spy on wondrous worlds that will never die. You could say it's magic, the librarian's eye, but to get such an eye, you must first take a look at the cards that keep track of every book. The title's the thing, addition's the hook that will let you remove the orb from the nook. Okay. Alright, the history of Quincy T. Booker's teeth. Primary teeth history. Filled upper right second. Okay. You copied this? I mean, you took a picture? Okay. Steps in the right direction. In a place where bones are buried, so is something to you seek. Start where Charlie Wicker sleeps. Tread lightly on the ground that sinks and seeps. Charlie will give you directions, but count on my shovel to find the way. When you find them, place monumental tasks awaits. A key to the statues are key. Okay, this is what it's supposed to look like. Avian statues hide secrets, bound. Mechanical feathers from metal were pound. Wires and springs and levers were wound. As levers are pulled, solutions compound. A feather stands up, another falls down. You won't need a peek if you listen to sound. Inside this drawing, a solution is found. Master of buzzards drops key to the ground. Plentiful pirates and nautical nonsense. Stealthily stalking them, famished and anxious, out hunting west waters, he was cantankerous. Out here were the sea-stricker pirates aplenty. 1 week's worth of looting left their large stomachs empty. Down to the port we'll plunder some dinner, but the truth is that these pirates could have been thinner. Their villainous vessel was bogged down by booty. They would drop off the treasure and away they'd be scooty. They would foul up the village and make a great mess. Down to the mangroves they'd surely digress. Ah, it's a beastie, swim for your lives. The calm sea's treachery left a surprise. A long-legged beastie whose eyes were aglow, had spotted some treasure in the hold down below, and his curious nature could not let it go. So he tore down the hall, and alarmed were the pirates, he started to break down the structures inside it. His nautical naughtiness knocked down the ship. Those petrified pirates were muddled and miffed. So they fired their guns at this grand octopus, at one leg, at two leg, at left legs, and six. But the creature continued with two other arms. The northwestern water wailed in with alarm. The pirates abandoned this nautical nonsense and swam right to shore with their rather large haunches. But gaggles of gunmen got left getting gobbled. The creature is angry, and its own ink it bobbled. So down dove the octopus. What? I just took a picture of nothing. Right to his den. He spit out their bones and fashioned a fence, and each treasure, of course, he had not left behind. He'd befriend all these baubles in very short time, and long lived this octopus hidden away, but his fate fell quite quickly on one fateful day. That's it. Alright. Save. Bruno, as usual, a good time was had by all. Your friend and fellow Jolly Roger Gilbert. They were Jolly Rogers. On this day, November 8th, 1952, the Jolly Roger crew of New Orleans hereby invites Dr. Bruno Sinclair Bollet to join its hallowed ranks. Speak this to no one save the man who has championed you, and will, should you accept this invitation, serve as your sponsor during the initiation process. Dr. Gilbert Buford, welcome. Calendar. Okay, apparently this is where he was going to the piratey thingy. Okay. What? I'm confused. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I don't know. Oh, we should take a picture of this too. Baby teeth, you got such beautiful baby teeth. Okay. Now, where's this lizard? I want to dress it.
It just plays middle C over and over again. Get over it. What are you doing? Okay, play D middle C. Oh. We have to keep winding it. Oh. Did you get the eye?
It wouldn't let me. I tried. What the heck? I'm confused. Alright, let's go do teeth thing, because teeth thing makes sense. The rest of this bollocks, not so much. What? I can't get out that way?
Uh-oh.
There must be another way out.
Why? Yeah, no. Well, I pushed on both of these walls and they laughed at me. So now what? Oh, this? No.
No, it's just that.
I don't have an iguana, so I can't use this. It just showed when he was going to his pirate club. Excuse me. I couldn't figure out how to get that eye out. Yeah, I don't know what that did. Let's just sort of grab it when it's outside.
Ignore.
You have to stop it.
Shit and everything.
Gotcha.
There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Get me out of here. I'm Pinocchio. Get me out of here. I'm claustrophobic.
So there's 2 ways to get out?
Yeah, that's the other one. It's that one, and there's that one.
This is absurd.
D, do,
There's an award for playing with this thing a lot, so.
za,
I don't know what to do.
What's it say? Find a way out.
Check. Check. I haven't done that.
What? I haven't looked at everything.
Still have to do that.
No, I know there's
I
gotta be
haven't done
something
that.
missing
Did that.
for me to be able to get out.
Can't check that off yet. I haven't done that. Did that. Still have to do that.
D, 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 C, C, D. I thought I had to do this stupid thing. But every time I click on it, it goes back to the game. Ugh. Let's call Bess because reasons.
Hello?
Hi, Bess, it's me.
So what's been happening? Tell me everything.
Well, let's see. Since the last time we talked, I was just about getting ready.
Huh.
Interesting stuff.
But the reason I called is, I need you to talk to this doctor named Gilbert Buford, who, as it turns out, likes to hang out at a gumbo stand called Granny Pumpkin's Cajun Cookin', which should be right across from our hotel.
You just want me to talk to him? That's it? Nothing nefarious? No black ops stuff?
He was Bruno Bellay's doctor, and apparently his best friend, too. I just need for you to see if he thinks there was anything weird about the way Bruno died.
What do you mean by weird?
I mean, I kind of think maybe Bruno was murdered.
Murdered? By whom?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Everyone's a suspect at this point.
Including this Gilbert Buford guy?
Well,
Great, I'm gonna be chatting up Jack the Ripper.
oh, I'm sure the guy's fine, but be subtle, just in case.
Well, I can see the gumbo stand from our balcony. If he's the guy that's sitting down there, I guess he looks harmless. Okay, I'll go talk to him.
Thanks, Bess. Let me know what happens.
Cheerio.
Why, hello, young lady. How kind of you to grace an old man with your lovely presence.
My name's Bess Marvin. I'm looking for Dr. Gilbert Buford.
Well, it's a pleasure to report that I am he.
Do you mind if I join you?
Of course not. A little lively discourse would brighten this gloomy evening considerably. This here is my favorite spot in the whole city. Delicious gumbo, pleasing view, particularly now, I might add.
I'd like to ask you some questions about Bruno Bollet, if that's okay.
I'd prefer subject matter of a happier nature, but I do not want to seem inhospitable, so what is it you want to know?
Is it true that Dr. Bollet was your best friend?
Well, now, I was certainly his best friend, but I cannot honestly say that he was mine. Fact is, while socializing with my fellow man, particularly with pretty young women such as yourself, has always been a source of pleasure for me, Bruno was just the opposite. Unfortunately, the older he got, the more numerous his idiosyncrasies became, and the less concern about their negative effect upon others he became.
His idiosyncrasies didn't bother you?
Now, as a doctor of medicine, I am not only accustomed to dealing with the abnormal, but I find that I'm actually drawn to it. I, for one, thoroughly enjoyed Bruno's outlandish personality, although at the same time I fear it may have played a role in his demise. You see, he died of a myocardial infarction, most likely caused by age-related atherosclerosis. Dying of a heart attack is all too common for people who are socially isolated, and Bruno Bollet had most certainly become that.
Did they do an autopsy on Dr. Bollet?
No. Given Bruno's advanced age and the absence of any indication of foul play, an autopsy was deemed unnecessary, and the body was cremated according to Bruno's wishes.
Dr. Bollet's housekeeper says you just happened to walk in just as he was having his heart attack. Is that true?
Indeed it is. I hadn't seen him for a while, so I picked that day to pay him a visit. I walked up to the front door, found it unlocked as usual, opened it, and there he was, lying on the floor in obvious distress. The next thing I know, his housekeeper came running in and started shrieking and carrying on, until finally I sent her out of the room so she could summon an ambulance, and I could once again hear myself think. Then well, let's see. Then I knelt down and saw that he wasn't breathing. So I pulled him away from the doorway so I'd have more room to work on him, and began chest compressions. I continued until the medics arrived, but nothing they did made a difference either.
Was Dr. Bollet unconscious the whole time?
Yes, he was.
Can you remember anything that might indicate what he was doing by the front door? I mean, had he just come in from a walk? Was he wearing a hat? Was he holding anything? Had he dropped something? An umbrella? Sunglasses?
Wait a minute. Why, yes, he was holding something. A piece of paper. And on the floor next to him was an envelope. He must have collapsed while reading a letter.
Do you know what happened to it?
Now, I know the letter was no longer in Bruno's hand when the paramedics arrived, so perhaps he released the letter when I moved him. And yet, I do not recall seeing it on the floor when they wheeled him out the door. Iggy.
What's icky?
Iggy. Iggy is an iguana Bruno befriended, then turned loose in his home. It soon developed the annoying habit of stealing paper and stockpiling it in the vent system.
Are you saying an iguana made off with the letter Bruno had been reading?
It would not have been the first time a missing document ended up in Iggy's possession. Renee would periodically call me saying the lizard had absconded with one of Bruno's prescriptions, and would I please write her up a replacement. In any case, Bruno once told me he was training Iggy. Said he taught Iggy to retrieve the things it had stolen.
Do you think it's possible that Renee caused Dr. Bollet's death by, say, hoarding the pills from those missing prescriptions and giving them to him all at once?
No. Had he died of an overdose of the medications I had prescribed, the manner of his death would have been quite different. But he died of a heart attack. Of that, I am certain. However, I know for a fact that Renee is deeply involved in the practice of voodoo. And as Bruno's housekeeper, she had ample opportunity to use it against my poor old friend.
You're not serious.
Young lady, never, ever underestimate the power of suggestion. If a person believes in something, even on a subconscious level, fantasy can easily become fact. And who knows what rubbish Renee filled Bruno's mind with? Drink this, don't eat that, this brings good luck, that brings bad, day in and day out. Even if he said he didn't believe a word of it, who knows how much his subconscious was absorbing? He was very old and vulnerable. So could Renee have caused Bruno to have that fatal heart attack? There's not a doubt in my mind she could indeed.
Did Dr. Boulay ever say anything to you about owning a crystal skull?
Why, yes. Yes, he did. In fact, he showed it to me once. Said it had magical powers. Said owning it was going to allow him to live forever. I thought it was utter nonsense and told him so. Well, he didn't appreciate that at all. Refused to talk to me for a full 2 weeks.
Do you have any idea where he kept it?
No. He was terrified that someone would steal it from him, so he told no one its location. Not even me. Tell me, Miss Bess, what do you know about that crystal skull?
This friend of mine, who is also a friend of Henry Boulay, Dr. Boulay's great-nephew. Anyway, while she was visiting Henry, she saw this book in Bruno's library about the legendary crystal skulls and was kind of intrigued and thought that since Henry said that you were pretty much Bruno's only friend, maybe Bruno had said something to you about it, and as it turns out, he had. That's all I know.
I see. Well, much as I'd like to believe that skull holds the key to immortality, I'm afraid Bruno's passing proves it's worthless. Although it would make an attractive paperweight, as I recall. Tell your friend not to give it another thought.
I hear that you're a member of the Jolly Rogers crew. Is that true?
Perhaps I am. Perhaps I am not. I'm sure someone as charming and attractive as yourself has her share of secrets, too. Am I right?
Be that as it may, just what is a crew?
Crews are organizations whose primary purpose is to put on parades during Mardi Gras. They also put on fabulous parties. Very private parties. Members only. Some consider crews to be private clubs. Secret societies is a term others have used. However, back in the 1990s, the city decided not to issue the Jolly Rogers any more parade permits, unless they opened their crew to pretty much anyone who wanted to join. So, refusing to be blackmailed, they chose instead to simply not put on parades anymore. As far as the city is concerned, the Jolly Rogers no longer exist.
Are you saying the Jolly Rogers do still exist?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
I've bugged you enough.
It's been a pleasure, I assure you.
Gumbo.
Gumbo. Hey, Shorty.
Eat up.
You do have jambalaya last
I
time.
didn't mean to click that. Oh well.
That was yummy.
There you go.
Woo, that was hot.
Alright.
Hello?
Bess here. Oops. Looks like Dr. Buford decided he's had enough gumbo.
He's not at Granny Pumpkin's anymore?
Nope. But here's what else I've learned since I talked to you last.
And that's all she wrote.
Excellent. Thanks for the report.
Stay in touch. See ya.
I need to call a cab company. Get me out of this room. Piratey. squares. All in all, you're just another crack in the wall. Oh, here we go.
Here, Iggy, Iggy, Iggy.
Here, Iggy, Iggy.
Iggy, come here, Iggy. Got something for ya.
Iggy! What? It didn't work. Why? Eat it.
Come and get it, Iggy.
Stupid iguana.
Here, Iggy, Iggy, Iggy.
Just crawl in there. Just crawl in there. That's your escape route. Are you serious? Swear it is like right over here. Ugh.
Check.
What's going on?
I haven't done that. Check. Can't check that off yet.
Did you turn on the lamp yet?
The lamp?
Here.
No, I'll do that. Let me just cross out the thing with Bess. Here we go.
Did that.
And you're just supposed to keep the notes of the Jack in the Box. Keep mail
Yeah,
stuff
C
right
C
down.
C D D D D E F G H N I J K, whatever.
On his desk.
Ah.
It's supposed to be. I'm confused.
See if there's any other lamps in here. This? Okay. Alright.
You have the key still.
I know, I thought I tried to unlock it though. Is it this one? Oh, I used the wrong key, that's why. I used the wrong key. Nope. Well, might as well eat one of
I've eaten
these.
6 Cocoa Kringle bars already. That's plenty.
Are you kidding me? I need to eat more than that. Oh, no, we don't. Supposed to figure out what the thing on our wall says. But
I could draw it. Or
yeah, take a picture of this thing. Yeah.
then I have to go to bed.
I know. Take a picture, it lasts longer.
Taking double pictures.
It keeps doing that thing where it's like flash, flash, flash. So apparently I need to cut this fruit because Iggy didn't like that. It was still in the shell.
You cut this off.
No, it's fine. This is the only part with writing on it. They're exactly the same on the opposite side. I know, I did that on purpose. It's fine.
Oh my god, why is this thing annoying?
Yeah. Is this in here? This.
We already did that.
Yeah, I know.
There was nothing
No.
in there. We got it all.
No, this. Oh, this is the dummy thing. Okay.
What are we trying to make it say?
The thing on the wall.
Oh, right, okay.
Ba was the first one, I think.
Yeah, ba.
Za. Lu.
Lu.
Baza Lu.
Have the thing right now.
Baba Lu.
Bazalu. D.
D.
Moo.
Another Lu.
Moo.
Yeah, another Lu.
Moo.
Oh, moo.
Gee.
Moo. You should have gone moo. Alright.
And then ka.
Ka. Alright. Moody ba. Get gone, dude. But we didn't know what about the dummy before, so we didn't know what to do with that information before. Alright, let's just do the dummy and then we'll be done. Okay. Okay, good. We left it unlocked. Thank goodness. Alright. Ba. Za. Lu.
D.
Lu.
Ka.
Ba, za, lu, di, mu, ha.
What did that do? It didn't do anything.
What is it? That was totally what you're. Oh, whatever. Fine. Fine. Just don't even go there, dude. Okay. Thanks for watching. Hyperion, I think you're still here. Lurking around. No, you're actually you left already. Okay. So, if anyone's watching this video, thanks for watching, and we'll be back probably some point this weekend to continue this game. This is a rather long game, apparently, so I don't know if we'll finish it this weekend, but we will definitely continue. Bye.